All right, new week, new opportunity to make some gains, strength and size. Okay, so this week we'll be starting with a new cycle. I've redesigned my plan a little bit, or I wouldn't say redesigned, just added a few more accessory type work that's going to benefit not only my strength, but do a little bit of hypertrophy type movements as well. So this week I can actually use my proper 1 rep max since I tested them all last week. So no more guessing, although I do think I was pretty close except for the deadlifts, which I did surprise myself with. So there's a new training max that I get to use this week. Of course, that becomes 85% of my 1 rep max. And because it's week 1, we will go back to 5 repetitions. So generally I would do 3 to 4 warm-up sets and then 3 working sets. And because it's week 1, 5 reps, I didn't take a deload week, which is something that is often recommended on a strength building program for your 4th week, meaning you do taper the weight and volume down quite a bit, just that you recover and then you start the new cycle. I didn't take one last week as I don't think the weights and volume was too much for me. Like I said, I didn't do much accessory work and I didn't push myself quite as hard as I should, but I'm quite happy with the results. I think I didn't get injured, so that was obviously a win for me. So yeah, this week let's push it up and take it up a little bit of a notch. I will share on screen the program that I'll be doing today. It's basically just overhead press, weighted or body weight chest dips, and then pull-ups. Those will be my accessory work for my overhead presses.
Alright, so here we are in the gym. Easy warm up with a 25 kilo, still sticking to 5 repetitions. Move on to 35. Still felt really easy for me. $35 for 3, so same weight, we just decrease the reps. Let's not tie ourselves up before we get to our working set. This will be the last warm-up. On to 45, this will be my first working set. 5 repetitions, still went up pretty easily for me. Felt I had a lot of control of the bar. Second set. Stick to the same weight. So for the final set, with all of the weeks, your last set you try and do as many reps as possible. So last week I went for max weight, especially on the last week, but that was just to find my 1 rep maxes. But for the program, the last set you generally would try to go as many reps as possible while sticking to the same weight. So following the program, not trying to increase the weight even if it feels light, just trying to get as many reps as possible. You don't want to go to failure. I would say just a 1 or 2 shy of failure, but still pushing yourself as hard as you can. Had a bit of leg drive over here, but I felt I could control the bar nicely on the negative, so I still benefited from that. On to the pull-ups. I like to use the curved bar so that I can get a slightly bigger range of motion with getting my chin over the bar. Whether that helps or not, I just feel more comfortable with a curved bar as opposed to a straight bar. I was pretty tired already by this point. Took a couple of rest periods in between just so I could get my strength back. Even though my body weight's lighter, I don't feel these are getting any easier. But I'm just going to keep on going at it. Being strict with my chin, getting it over the bar. After a couple of seconds rest, I feel I had a bit more energy, although I could still only push out about 8 repetitions. And here's the final set of pull-ups. Trying to max it out as much as I can, although I think I still only got about 8 reps. Onto chest dips. I haven't added any weight yet. I feel my body weight is enough for 15 repetitions. Try to get just below parallel for most of my repetitions and get a good stretch in my pecs. Emphasis on leaning forward so that my chest works and not my triceps. Turned around just so that I could get a slightly different angle from the bar. Still trying to lean forward and use my chest, although the bars behind me did limit how far I could lean forward so that my feet don't touch them. Obviously my chest was still quite fresh, but my triceps and shoulders were really starting to get tired by this point. And that was it. Decided to do 2 sets of lateral raises, just so I could get an extra bit of shoulder accessory work in. Had the camera set up like a moron. Just try to pump it out with a lighter weight. Went lighter than last week, but wasn't my main focus of accessory work. This is a better angle, you can see. Just trying to get parallel to the ground, control the weight up and down. Just try to hit my 15 repetitions and then call it a day.